I was with Justin in line while Matt again went VIP, and he again didn't go to the VIP person first, which was smart because he got in line, because he's guaranteed to meet the person if he gets in line before it ends. So if he doesn't, so if he goes to someone else's line, and we all get to meet him earlier because he gets in before everyone else. So the next person, so the biggest person, I guess, that was signing the second session was Kelly. The second session was the biggest, had the biggest names, but they were all in the second half, which sucked. But you'll see if it worked out for me or not. And Kelly, well, first of all, Kelly signed. I had her sign this to Alex Kelly, Maxim magazine, and she said, "Oh, you want me to sign your program?" And I said, "Why not? Sign it." So she signed it. I was like, "Thanks, you're really nice." Blah blah. Smoking hot, by the way. So after Kelly jumped into the best tag team of this year, and we jumped into their line, and that was the Heat Seekers, Hawkins and Rex. Nice guys. I told them I ordered the T-shirt and that it didn't come, and they were like, "Yeah, chips from far away. Sorry about that." Blah blah blah. Yeah, I was like, "You guys are the best tag team out there." And then next, I went to a worse tag team, but they had a short line. But it took a while for a short line because apparently some guy like passed out or something, and I saw him just leaving on the stretcher. So that was very weird. It was really hot out too, so $4 drinks were worth it. But Primo and Epico, no Rosa. So yeah, almost not worth it. It was because I got him. But yeah, so that was the last people I got in the first half of the second session. And then the second half, like I said, is the most stacked one. So after I met Primo and Epico, we got the texts, and it said the first person me, Justin, and Matt all wanted to meet most was Daniel Bryan. So we waited. He was in the lot. He was supposed to be at the place at the booth that Hawkins and Rex were. So we were all waiting outside of the line, and they were like, "You got to move. You can't just wait here for him. You got to come back or go in line for Hawkins and Rex." So we went in line for Hawkins and Rex, and everyone who wanted in front of us who wanted just like stopped and let other people go that wanted to meet Hawkins and Rex, and so everyone eventually stopped, and we all wanted Daniel Bryan. And by the time he came, we were all chanting yes, yes, yes. And he was just laughing, and he came up and he was like, "Oh, you guys are still signing? I'll go away." And then Hawkins and Rex were like, "No, no, we're done." Blah blah blah. It was funny, and yeah. So he started off. He signed for the handicapped people first, and then by the time he came up, we were all doing the yes, 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 and he's just laughing, and he goes, "No!" And that was the only in-character thing he did, but he cracked the biggest smile after, and it was just exciting. So, yeah, I got the figure signed. We were like the 10th person in line to meet him. We were 10, 15. We were really close. So we got the figure signed. And I was like, was the yes thing something that just happened, or was like the what, or was it like something you wanted to get big? And he's like, it kind of just happened. And I was like, oh, I was working. He's like, yeah, thank you. He's like, yeah, and I was like, all right, well, you're the man, basically. And he's like, thanks. And then Matt said, what does it feel like to be? Or he asked, what did it feel like to be like incredibly over? And he's like, it's really overwhelming. He was a very modest guy, very, very nice. So yeah, he would have been one of the nicest guys I met, but you'll see later who was the nicest. Next person jumped to the next one to the right, the next line, and because Justin's neighbor was in line already, so we cut in line. And when we met Kane, he signed the DVD. I put the DVD cover on top of his picture in here, and he signed both of them. Really nice guy. I'll tell you the story in a second after I show you the autograph. There it is. Sweet picture. Yeah. And I said, Kane, gotta ask you what's your favorite mask to wear? And he said, it doesn't really matter. I guess the first one was the best because it was like new at the time and it was cool. And I said, oh, do you prefer wearing it or not wearing it? And he goes, that doesn't matter. I like wearing it, but not in this like damn heat. And he just laughed. So that made me feel, oh wow, I made Kane laugh. So not what a lot of people can say. So yeah. And the next person, longest wait out of anyone we met because he was the fucking man, nicest guy at Access, at anything, any wrestler I've ever met. It's nicest. He was taking pictures with everyone. He was standing the whole time. He was talking to people. He was signing. He was the man. I can't praise him enough. Cody Rhodes. He also crossed off Sin Cara's face. Just a little funny. But yeah. So he was, you could just tell the whole time he was taking pictures of everyone, interacting. And I was just like, dude, you're my man. Like, I've liked you forever. Like, you're one of my favorites. And he was real appreciative about it. And he was like, yeah, hope you're having fun and everything. Blah, blah, blah. And then when Matt got up, he had the title on. And he said, he's like, when you win this, you got to bring it back. And he was like, he turns to him. And I didn't know what he said at the time until Matt told me. And he turns to him. And I was like, oh shit, he's got to say something. And he said to Matt, if Hunter had it his way, that would be the title right now. And that's sweet that he would say that, first of all. And second of all, that if Triple H does get his way, that's going to be the title. That's sweet. So, yeah. When that was done, Matt went in line for John Cena. So, and then Justin went somewhere else. And then I went to Otunga, who was doing the photo op. And I was like, oh, he has a short line. He'll get done early. He'll probably sign. He's a nice guy, which he was. Signed, and I got to take a picture with him. Did it with my phone, took like a close up. But yeah, small signature, but better than nothing. And then the next, it was Mark. I waited for Mark Henry because the line was closed. I was like, oh, yeah, maybe he'll sign. Hopefully he's not a douchebag. And he did some interview after. He stood there for like 5 minutes, and then he walked out the back. Everyone else walked out through the crowd and went into the building. Not Mark. So went over. So I was like, that was a waste of time. So I went over to Layla and Caitlin's Money in the Bank photo op, and it was a long wait because they had a lot of people. I was gonna hop in line, but it was closed as well. But they both signed after. Really nice people. Caitlin, she didn't have a marker on her, so she grabbed someone's pen, but it did come out good. I couldn't tell at first because it was dark out, but you can totally see it in the light. And Layla, she had a pen, luckily. And she signed it right there. So yeah, they were both nice. They were talking to a lot of people, kissing babies, doing all that stuff. So that ended that. I met up with Matt, as you saw in the video, him getting the John Cena thing signed. And then we went back to the hotel, came back the next day. We met up with Justin to give him his ticket before, because we gave him the ticket for Sunday because he didn't have one. But we had an extra because we had VIPs and we accidentally got a general admission. But since we got the VIP, we went in early, got the text, figured out where Dolph was. We got the first half of the text and we were like, oh crap, like, I forget who, we were like, no one's here, so we're going to have to go for someone else, some bum's line. And then we get the second half, we're like, oh shit, Dolph's here, and then we just booked it. Because that was the one guy I wanted to meet coming in, my favorite wrestler, Dolph Ziggler. So we ran, we got there, we were when he started signing, he was a little late, he was like 5 minutes late, but whatever, he was cool. You saw the entrance in the video. When he walked in, or when he started signing, about 5 minutes we were done. That's how close we were. That was his signature. I was like, you are my favorite wrestler ever. And he's just like, oh, thanks, man. I was like, you sell everything good, you do your moves good, your promos. He's like, I try harder, or something like that. And he's like, I appreciate it. Then I went over to Vicky, and I was wearing the Dolph shirt, and she's like, oh, I like your shirt. And I was like, thanks. And then I said, I was like, I believe Edge said it. I think Edge said it the best. Even when he was trying to thank you, when he was giving his speech, his retirement speech, they were still booing you. Even when he was trying to thank you. And that's how good you are, getting heat. And she was just like, oh. And she laughed. And she's like, yeah. And then Matt was like, she was like, Matt said to her, how do you get so much heat? Like, she's like, I don't even know. And she said something like, she's like, I'm a nice person, I swear. Or something. It was pretty funny. But after that, the Usos had a short line, and I like the Usos, so I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna pass up a chance to meet them. And thank God I didn't, because there's a picture of me shaking one of them there. I think it was Jimmy. I'm not sure. No, yeah, no, it was Jay. I was shaking Jay's hand. You can see Jimmy in the picture on WWE.com. So if you go WWE.com/SummerSlam and the scrolling like tabs, the last one is like talks about access, and you click on the picture, session 3, it's me. So yeah, there's their autographs. Nice people. I was like, they really dropped the ball when they didn't give you the titles in your first pay-per-view match against the Hart Dynasty, and they were like, yeah, what are you gonna do? And I was like, yeah, you guys gonna get them soon though. And they were just like, yeah.